Today I want to share with you a simple guide and process of how you can start and run your layer poultry farm profitably. Doesn't matter if you're going to start with 100 layer chicken or you want to start with 10,000 layer chicken. This is the process that successful layer poultry farmers use. I am Carlos, guide at Secret Layers, a poultry education platform that teaches you how to start and run your layer poultry farm profitably. And in this video, I'm going to give you the full secrets, the secret process. Before we begin, if this is the first time you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and hit that like button so the videos reaches more people and they can be empowered with this content. So, did you know that there is a process to how successful farms are started? That there is a proven method that successful farmers follow that ensures that their farms are successful even before they start. Now you know. Here's the problem that most beginners face, and probably the same reason that has made you to click on this video. You want to start farming, specifically layer poultry farming, but you have no idea where to start, you have no idea what you need, and you have no idea how the market goes and how the business of layer poultry farming works. Now I understand this because a few years ago I was in the same spot, and it can be very, very confusing. In fact, you feel like the whole world is crashing because you have a dream or a vision that you want to achieve, and this is where you are, knowing completely nothing about the process of how to get to your dreams. And that is really the main reason that brings about the confusion and the sadness. And to be honest, it can even cause you real depression. I remember during my time, I almost gave up completely on idea, and I almost decided that it was not worth it, and I started giving myself excuses that, whoa, the farmers are not even making money, the money is being made by the feed companies, and it was all a lie. That's how serious it was. Luckily for you, there's now a solution, and allow me to introduce you to the 6 simple steps to start and run a layer poultry farm profitably. So this is what I did when I was in that situation. I went to the internet, I read books, I read blogs, I watched videos, I read study manuals, and everything related to layer poultry farming. Not just the technical side, but also the business side. In fact, I even read about the policies relating to the market and the conditions of layer poultry farming, particularly and specifically in Kenya. And after reading all that, I compiled it together into a short and simple guide from which I derived 6 simple steps that any layer poultry farmer who wants to start can use to make sure that his farm starts and runs profitably. Because also, the main reason that's stopping layer poultry farmers from growing and expanding their farms is profitability. They either make losses or the profits margins are very, very tiny, to the extent you can't even grow your farm. So what's contained in this guide? 1, the 6 simple steps that you have to follow, one by one and in order. No skipping or starting with step 3 or starting with step 6. You have to do step 1 so that you can proceed to step 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 2, it shows you how to get the market for your eggs, which is a common issue for aspiring layer farmers. They think that there is no market and there's no way I'm going to get my market and it's going to be hard, but this guide explains that. 3, it shows you how and the various sources that you can get the money in order for you to start your farm. Another main thing that beginners are always afraid of. And 4, it explains to you the 2 types of guides that you need in order to support you and to push you through your journey as you start, as you grow, and even as you scale your layer poultry farm. These guides are very crucial and you need them. No excuse, no complaints. You need these guides. And finally, there is a nice and very good and interesting story about Mike, who was just a layer poultry farmer, maybe like you, and also aspiring just like you, but he made one really, really big mistake. And I've used that story to teach a crucial lesson that you need to read about, and you need to understand, and you must avoid at all costs. In fact, if you even miss out on all the other steps, just make sure you get to read Mike's story. It's going to be an eye-opener, and it's going to avoid you the trouble and embarrassment of failing in your layer poultry farm. So you might be asking, why should I take the guide from you? Who are you? What have you done? how have you grown your farm, and where is it? So for me, it was about 2 years ago when I had this need and urge to get into business, but I had no idea which opportunity to pursue, and that's when I came about layer poultry farming. Before I get into the opportunity, I decided to study everything I can get my hands on about layer poultry farming. And like I said, that's when I went into research, blogs, videos, articles, books, manuals, even asking friends about how the business environment is. And that is the source of this free guide. All the information that I gathered there, I compiled it together and arranged it into these 6 simple steps, which I'm presenting to you today as the free guide. And since I started giving out this guide for free about 2 months ago, I have shared it to over 100 people all over Africa. Some of the people who have gotten the guide are from Kenya, some from South Africa, some from Zimbabwe, some from Nigeria. And as far as I can say, it has been a success and people have said they have benefited from it. But don't just take my word for this. Here is one particular testimonial from Lillian from Kenya, who is still currently a student, but she wants to venture into layer poultry farming. And after interacting with my content on the Facebook page Secret Layers, she reached out to me and I sent her the guide, and this is what she said about it. A very good testimonial, of which I'm sure it's going to be about the same thing that you're going to say after reading it. So what are you going to get? A short, simple guide for layer poultry farmer beginners. What you need to do is just click on the link in the description or the pinned comment in the comments, and it will take you to a page where you just need to put in your details, that is your name and your best email address, and then the guide will be sent to you immediately, and if not immediately, within 24 hours you'll have gotten your guide straight to your inbox. And the price is totally free, no charge, zero, just so you can get the secret formula that successful farmers use.